Shiba. The new owners are living through very exciting times, which is attributable to consistent reports of the long overdue massive barium reports on the herbarium being remembered in recent recordings. And so, there's this. I'm pretty sure you need to stick around to look at this overhaul, since we're all holding on tight for this layer to be shown. However, before we do that, we should discuss something different about the relatively massive Shiba. Last year's news was great for the digital money market. Thankfully, 2023 started off very well for the token. For the not-so-many early days of the new year, Chip held a green candle and was basically at the beginning of the cost hike, which could spell a lot of fun for some holders. Unfortunately, it seems like the meeting may be losing steam in the year it's still barely going all in. Considering how the year is still in its infancy, it may not be entirely negative. However, this is not where I need to take things. The vital focus point here is that the format cannot benefit from this cost increase due to the lack of exchange traffic all weekend. Even more unfortunate, the investigators noted, is that the move may actually start to reverse downward soon, especially assuming that selling pressure creates a good idea for individuals to pick up their SHIB tokens at auction. The cost of SHIB is likely to decrease due to a reflection of the higher cost. We might dare dream that every person carrying paper has preemptively fled the market and that every person carrying gray hair is ready to rally. As a matter of fact, since that's how it's supposed to be, we probably won't have to trust it. I said today that some indicators even suggest that most of the Shiba and the new financial backers have abandoned any pretense of going after the resource, which is a decent decision for whales who are able to collect the currency effectively without stressing the unexpected appearance of strong selling pressure that will end the recovery rally. Although there is no selling pressure, expansion in the depreciation rate is another thing that can help break away from the bearish pattern. It must be stressed, however, that the rise in transportation consumption could really help support freight costs to a level that allows it to continue cost flooding. I'm not advising you to take up your boat, but you should think about it now. There's not enough depreciation either, frankly speaking. Specialists imagine that until the larger crypto market bounces back, that rate cannot go up decisively. This is presumably because some individuals put off consuming a portion of their digital currency until they see evidence that it is useful. It is probable that most of the depreciation now taking place is a consequence of the sellers undertaking to consume a piece of barium, which they get from the transport exchanges for the depreciation of the ship. In any case, there's another point of view that we must take into account. Before making this statement, the Heart of the Audio Group announced that barium tea will include a boat-consuming ingredient. It was off Siberia to set fire to the ship. We now undoubtedly realize that the Siberian will consume gray when unloaded, since this is when the first group said to improve freely this 8 wheat and 1 commodity updated to the last post. We think everyone should know that the primary gas symbol for operating with sheep barium is bone. Also, we are currently unequivocally announcing that the Shanghai Barium Exchange will ship depreciation. Now we have considered transportation. Please keep coming back for additional fine details. Please keep an eye on Shepherd RegionNet and our authority portals as we get closer to sending out the beta for any reports on the convention. This is correct. We currently have confirmation that Balin will act as the true gas symbol for Siberia, though. As I highlighted recently, we also found that specific barium would copy the boat, and experts now state that this specific brand may be exactly what you want to build its cost. On the other hand, right now there are over 500 trillion SHIB tokens, so there are a ton of ships to burn. Ideally, Shibarium would reduce this amount extraordinarily by now. If you've been around the digital money market for some time, you understand how important these consumers are to the shibainu project. However, for new people, I previously expressed that I would dive deeper into the idea of consuming in this way. The goal of consumption at the present time is to reduce the amount of monetary resources used. The goal here is to make the resource scarce enough to generate interest in it. Furthermore, if a resource is more popular, more people will need to purchase it, which usually increases the cost. The moment the Shiba Inu was first expelled, there were justifiably a large number of units, 1 quadrillion. It was used shortly after the delivery of the Shiba Inu. Optimization clusters and Ethereum chief Vitalik Buterin immediately caught fire with 400 trillion tokens, which he had a rant on. 90% of the SHIB was sent this way, essentially immediately, and part of its stock was obliterated, which would probably account for part of the resulting cost increase. In 2021, the Shiba Inu People's Group has sought to significantly reduce boat inventory. Since that episode, transportation consumption projects have developed along the street. Some similar to the Eat the Boat playlist have been eliminated. However, the entry of other similar shibainu consumption forward is still continuing. Anyway, it is gradually becoming more certain that a boat-consuming system that does not need to bother with people to leave their tokens behind is required in light of the fact that this boat-consuming entrance expects people to withdraw tokens from their wallets to send them to the blurry now before they proceed with it. Another direct requirement that needs to be said is if this is completely new to you, you might ask why the optimization stack doesn't just consume tokens. For what reason should they trust the local to play consumed? The dev group ensures that to purchase those tokens they must purchase a SHIB like everyone else. It will later be equivalent to a regular SHIB holder consuming them regardless of whether they consume tokens. The best consumable item, which your Barium offers, seems to be one that only asks you for attention rather than purpose tokens. Now I must point out that we have no idea yet how the depreciation processes are going to happen. However, it appears that the inactive carrier and process may be our expectations. Metaverse consumption includes something similar. You can review customers who have purchased plots of land in the shibainu metaverse will have the option to consume tokens. This is because both happen continuously anytime someone renames their territory packages at the point these highlights are being broadcast. Ideally, we get all the crap you're consuming. We were hanging on tight for Siberia. He must initially undergo beta testing before he can be fired well. Without a doubt. Actually, we have no clue about it. The day of departure of the ship, we may need to stand for a short period of time. What do you think of the multiverse? Can you? Barry could really be responding to the issues with Shiba. The new aspirated if not too much trouble. Give your views in the accompanying feedback box. And this ends the video for us if nothing is too much trouble similar to this video if you feel grateful. And remember to leave a mark in the space provided I note that your YouTube account is greatly supported by this. Furthermore, if you can pass this video on to as many individuals as possible, you will help spread the word that Shiba, the new gray, are now having a real blast. Coin records come in each exchange series consumed by Barium Chai. Shiba Inu owners are living in very exciting times due to the relative abundance of modernization. We keep going. The enthusiastically anticipated sci-fi burial updates in Siberia have been remembered for the past few recordings. That's how he does this. Given the way we were all guessing this layer is in 2 stages.